My brother promised he wouldn't propose at my wedding. I believed him just enough to let him attend. 20 minutes into the reception, he proved everyone right, and that's when my revenge started. I'm 35, and my younger brother Todd is 29. Ever since he was born, my parents treated him differently. He spent his first month in the ICU, and I understand why that terrified them. But instead of protecting him, they spoiled him. He always got his way, even when it hurt the rest of us. My sister Abby and I grew up watching Todd become the center of attention at every family event. Birthdays, graduations, holidays, it didn't matter. If someone else had a special day, Todd always found a way to make it about himself. And our parents never held him accountable. Things only got worse after Todd started dating Lucy. She's a genuinely kind woman, but even she couldn't stop his need for attention. At Abby's baby shower, which our mom organized, Lucy announced her own pregnancy. The entire celebration instantly shifted away from my sister. When I proposed to my wife Michelle, I honestly wanted to elope. She dreamed of having her family there, though, so we planned a proper wedding. I invited my parents and Todd out of obligation more than anything. I hoped, just this once, he'd behave. A few days before the wedding, my best man Jim noticed a jewelry store receipt fall out of Todd's pocket. He confronted him, and they argued. Afterward, Jim came straight to me and said he was convinced Todd planned to propose during our wedding reception. I confronted Todd immediately and removed him as a groomsman. He denied everything and ran crying to our parents. They accused me of judging him without proof, but when I reminded them of every time he'd hijacked someone else's big moment, they couldn't argue with me. Eventually, Todd promised he wouldn't propose at the wedding. My parents begged me to believe him, but I didn't trust him anymore. I let him attend only as a guest and warned him that if he tried anything, I'd make sure he regretted it. The ceremony went perfectly. For a while I actually thought I'd been wrong. Then, during Michelle's father-daughter dance, Todd walked right into the middle of the room, got down on one knee, pulled out a ring and proposed to Lucy where every single guest could see them. The music stopped. Everyone turned away from Michelle and her father to watch Todd. Exactly like every other family event, he'd stolen the spotlight. I looked at my wife, saw the disappointment on her face, and knew I wasn't letting him get away with it. Jim and I had prepared for this exact moment. We hired a woman to approach Todd and Lucy privately, claiming Todd had gotten her pregnant. I had already copied Todd's phone number for her and arranged things so her story looked believable when she called. Todd denied everything, but the timing couldn't have been worse. Lucy looked completely devastated. She threw the engagement ring back at him and walked away, in tears while guests stood around whispering. Todd immediately looked across the room, saw me smiling, and realized exactly what had happened. After the wedding, I ignored every call from Todd and my parents until Michelle and I returned from our honeymoon. By then Lucy had thrown Todd out, and their relationship had completely fallen apart. Todd demanded I tell everyone the truth and clear his name. Instead, I texted him that I had no idea what he was talking about. Then I sent him a screenshot of our wedding bill with a message suggesting he reimburse us for half the cost since he'd ruined one of the biggest moments of our lives. Michelle knew my entire plan beforehand and supported it after seeing her dance with her dad destroyed. Now even my sister thinks I crossed the line. Todd says I destroyed his family over a proposal, while I believe he got exactly what he deserved after ruining the one day that wasn't supposed to be about him. Did my revenge go too far, or did he finally face the consequences of his own actions?